Hi, this is Nicky, and I'm here to share messages I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey of love. And I am going to pull one card from each of these decks: the Work Your Light deck, Power of Love, and also the Enchanted Map, to see what is the guidance that we need to help us today. We have a daily message, which is all about giving us a little bit of support from the spiritual realms, our little spiritual support team, to help us navigate these physical energies that we are in, to help us elevate, lift up, and enable us to ground love and light onto the planet, to be that little force of light, and to help us lift and shift, to lift and shift the energies, to lift and shift our own vibrations as well into who we came here to be, the full essence of ourselves. So the Age of Light, you have been training for this for lifetimes. Yes, we have the Age of Light. We have been training for it for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, especially if you've woken up to being a twin flame soul. It's all about, basically it's all about breaking into the light. And that is taking many, 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 many lifetimes. So we are all here on a little journey. 86, that's on page 86. So we're all here on a little pathway, moving through the energies, breaking into the light more and more and more. And as we break into the light, then things happen. So the activation is, I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. So I remember, like, when I first set up this channel and I was guided to do Reiki, distance Reiki for people. And what surprised me, as with everything, was for a few people, I saw us in a lifetime together working in a healing with the roses in Atlantis. And it was very specific about being in the temple and choosing a path of healing, and specifically with the rose, with the rose. And it's where I had, and this is just talking about past lives and, all of the, but my Reiki master that trained me, there was, in my Reiki session with her, one of the Reiki sessions quite early on at the beginning, I saw me and my twin and my Reiki master, and in this same temple in Atlantis with the roses, and I was treating him for actually a skin condition it was, and he came into the temple to be healed, and my Reiki master was the high priestess at the time, and I chose to stay within the temple and be a healer with the high priestess rather than be with my twin. And I saw all of this in one of my Reiki sessions with her. And then and this was before I'd set up the channel. And then when I set up the channel and I was doing Reiki for you, for different people in the soul tribe, then for like a handful of people, I would see us in the temple together. So I could say, okay, well, I know that you are part of this tribe, because I've seen you in the temple and I've seen you healing with me in using the essence of the rose and the rose petals and picking the roses in the garden. So yeah, so we have been here for lifetimes. We have been here for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And, and that's what's the miraculous about it, because, I certainly didn't have any awareness of that until I started doing Reiki and started exploring past lives and started exploring my own kind of journey with my twin, because I wanted to learn how to do all of these things in order to, because I wanted answers, I knew that I'd met this person in the physical world, but I knew that it was something, it didn't feel like anything else that I'd ever experienced. And so it led me down a path of discovery, because I kept seeking more and more answers. So it led me to do more and more healing modalities, and sort of led me on a spiritual path. So yeah, all about the power of love. That's what it does, right? It lifts and shifts you, moves you. So patience. Yeah. I always laugh at this card, because I'm like, yeah, yeah, patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Well, if there's one thing that is very true about this path, it is about having patience. You know, there is no time in the spiritual realms. There is nothing to say that, you know, we should be all ready and done. We're never done, are we? We're just always evolving. We're always growing. We're always changing. And we have to learn to have faith and trust in the divine timing. Which again is one of the biggest energies, is about frustration, isn't it? It's moving out of that frustration, learning to master our energies, learning to trust in the in the divine scheme of things, which is a challenge. It's always a challenge. But that's why it's good to talk. That's why it's good to help each other. That's why it's good to share. So yeah, look at this. You can make it up. So don't feel like you're stuck in the mud, right? So if you have been feeling this sense of like, are we actually going anywhere? Are we actually moving? I feel like we've been stuck on this, you know, like, in a bit of like a quagmire. But the thing is about the elephants as well. The elephants is the sign of oh my God, the name's gone out of my head. The god of removing all obstacles. Ganesha. God, honestly, my brain. And yeah, so it is. And elephants like to come in tribes. You know, they don't want to. They're very emotional beings. They don't want to be on their own. So they come as a tribe. And so that's again elevating this group energy that we're in as a soul tribe. We're elevating our energy together. So if you feel like you're stuck, it's just saying, just take a moment to check the wonder of the journey. Have a reflection on your journey over the last however long it is. Think of all of those little miraculous kind of, like, if you've had past life experiences, if you've had like transcendental experiences, all of those things are actually miracles, you know, miracles to help us wake up to this beautiful and exactly like it says, the wonder of life. So becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. Yeah, so Spirit does have a plan. Spirit has a plan for all of the, you know, the twin flame energy. Let's just call it a collective energy of anchoring in light, you know, being part of the light worker soul group, being part of the group that are waking up. And that's happening more and more all over the planet. So that was on page 66. So I am going to read 66. You have to believe in us. You have to know that we came together to awaken. Our souls could not go on sleeping. It was our time. It is our time still. So don't fall back to sleep. Trust in you. Trust in your heart. Your feelings are my feelings. We share the same soul. We dream the same dream. We fuel each other's passions. Just you wait and see. Our life will be incredible. We will fulfill our divine purpose, which is to live in the full light of love, to shine in all the miracles that it brings. Remember, we are divine magnets to the divine grace of God. Ooh. Well, there we go. That is the message for today. Beautiful trip down memory lane, actually, just remembering how in past lives, sharing past lives with many of you, sharing the healing path, waking up to the realization that we are all souls traveling and traversing this beautiful planet and this beautiful cosmos, and realizing that we are multi-dimensional, energetic, creative beings living a physical experience, and that in itself is pretty wild. So there we go. I hope that helps. I'll be back tomorrow. If you would like to have a Reiki, distance Reiki, a reading or a channeling, please do. All details are in the link below. But in the meantime, have a wonderful day. Bye.